Good morning to all. Uh, I'm Anvesh and I'm from Triple branch. Today my topic is about PyQt. Oh, so where this comes PyQt? It is from Python language, which means it is an easy to learn. And PyQt is a little bit hard. For the beginners, it may tough, so we'll look on it. So PyQt is a Python binding of platform GIU to toolkit and Qt implemented as a Python plugin. Qt is a free software developed by the British firm Riverbank Computing, and it is also available under similar terms of Qt version older than 4.5. This means a variety of licenses including GNU General Public Licenses GPL and commercial license but not the GNU Lesser General Public Licenses LGPL. PyQt supports Microsoft Windows as well as various flavors of Unix, including Linux and Mac OS. Okay, next. Uh, This PyQt is released in August 2019. Nokia. Then the owners of Qt Toolkit released PySide, providing similar functionalities, but under the LGPL. After failing to reach an agreement with Riverbank Computing to change its license terms, including LGPL as an alternative license. So by this we can understood that it is released in August 2019, and uh, and it is released by PySide. Yes, next coming to supporting environment. Supporting environment, it means supporting systems. Okay, you all know Python is a general purpose language, and now PyQt is compatible with all the popular operating systems and including Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. It is a dual license available under GPL as well as a commercial license. Now the windows of PyQt. You can download and install an appropriate installer from the given slide link. It is compatible with all the popular operating systems, including Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. It is a dual license available under GPL and as well as a commercial license. And now, the corresponding to the Python versions 2.7 or 3.4 and hardware architecture 32-bit or 64-bit. Note there are two versions PyQt that are available, namely PyQt 4.8 and PyQt 5.5. While PyQt 4 is available for Python 2 as well as a Python 3, PyQt can be used along with the Python 3 only. So these are the links I just told before this. Uh, the first link is for Windows 64-bit installer, and the second one is 32-bit installer. So hope you understand which some system supports uh 32 bits and some system supports 64 bits 64 bits. So please, uh, uh while downloading this, please once check your window bit size. Thank you. So these are the links I just told before this. uh the first link is for Windows 64-bit installer, and the second one is 32-bit installer. So hope you understand which some system supports uh 32 bits and some system supports 64 bits 64 bits. So please, uh, uh while downloading this, please once check your window bit size. Thank you. And now this is PyQt window binaries. The up one is 64-bit installer and second one is a 34-bit installer. So you understood, right? And now this is PyQt window binaries. The up one is 64-bit installer and second one is a 34-bit installer. So you understood, right? Now we'll see now actual. What is a PyQt? So many members have this doubt. So what is PyQt? PyQt is a set of Python binding for the Qt's companies. Qt applications framework and runs and all the platforms supported by the Qt, including Windows, macOS, Linux, iOS, and Android. PyQt 6 supports Qt version 6. PyQt 5 supports Qt version 5, and PyQt supports Qt version 4, and PyQt 3 supports Qt version 3 as well as the bindings are implemented as a set of Python models and contain over 1000 classes. PyQt4 and Qt4 version 4 are no longer supported, and now new releases will be made like PyQt 6, like PyQt. Until now, PyQt 6 is an PyQt 6 is most popular. Now, PyQt license. PyQt is a dual licensed on all supporting platforms under the GNU GPL version 3 and the Ribbon commercial license. Unlikely Qt. PyQt is not available under the LGPL. You can purchase the commercial version of PyQt here. More information about licensing be found in the license FAQ. PyQt does not include a copy of Qt. You must obtain a currently licensed copy of Qt yourself. However, the binary wheels of GPL version of PyQt 6 and PyQt 4 are provided, and this including a copy of corresponding LGPL version Qt. PyQt components. As a description given below, a description of component PyQt can be found in the PyQt reference guide. You can see this reference guide. You will be understanding more about PyQt 4, and the down one is a PyQt 4 ones, and the first one is a PyQt 5 ones. So once I request you to refer these books to understand more about PyQt. And now, why PyQt? PyQt brings together Qt C++ Course Platform Application Framework and the cross-platform interpreted language Python. Qt, Qt is a more than a GUIE toolkit. It includes abstractions of network sockets, threads, Unicode, regular expressions, SQL databases, SVG, openings, XML, a fully functional web browser, and a help system, a help multimedia framework, as well as a rich collection of GUI website. Qt classes employ a single slot mechanism for computing between objects that is type safe but loosely coupled, making it easy to create reusable software components. Qt also includes Qt designers, a graphical user interfaces in designing. Qt can generate Python code from Qt designers. It is also possible to add new GIU controls written to in Python Qt designers. So, this quotes these this is the information why PyQt versions 4, PyQt 4 and PyQt 5. These are the two versions that are highly that are most highlighted in this PyQt. And the PyQt also 5 version only supports Qt 5 versions, and drop supports the features that are desperate in Qt 5. It means uh, the the PyQt 4 will support only PyQt 4 version, and the PyQt 5 will only support the PyQt 5 version. It not just thanks. And Python is a simple but powerful object oriented language. It is a simplicity makes it easy to learn, but it powerful mean it is a large complex applications can be created. It is interpreted nature means the Python programs are very productive because there is no edit, compile, link, run development cycle. Much of Python powerful comes from the comprehensive set of extensions models, providing a wide variety of functions including HTTP servers, XML parses, database access, data compression tools, and of course graphical users interfaces. Extension model are usually implemented in either of Python or C++ using tools such as SIP. It is relatively straightforward to create an extension module that encapsulate an extension C or C++ library used in the way Python can then become the GLUE to create new applications from established libraries. PyQt versions 4 and PyQt 5. These are the two versions that are highly that are most highlighted in this PyQt. And the PyQt also 5 version only supports Qt 5 versions, and drop supports the features that are desperate in Qt 5. It means uh, the the PyQt 4 will support only PyQt 4 version, and the PyQt 5 will only support the PyQt 5 version. It not just thanks. Now, what is PyQt is used for? PyQt is a framework for creating GUI. PyQt is used for developing desktop application using Python. Latest version is PyQt and PyQt 6 too. Uh, PyQt is a little bit tough one, and we can design windows, test boxes, labels, etc using a designer applications. It is used to create graphical interfaces in Python. IT it is it is a kind of framework that uses the Qt libraries to render and generate the graphical elements to build an application. Now I'm telling about Thinker. The Thinker package interfaces. It is a standard Python interface to the TCL TK toolkit. Both TK and Thinker are available on the most Unix platform, including Mac OS as well as a Windows system. Now I want to ask a question: which framework is better for GIU in Python, Thinker or PyQt? My answer is PyQt. Why PyQt? Yes, Thinker for small projects and hacking together quick GIU when needed. PyQt for professional projects where advanced GIU is required. PyQt is a better than Thinker mainly because PyQt is based on Qt, a professional desktop GIU framework for C++ Thinker based on TK, which is comparatively smaller. Furthermore, Thinker was designed and included in the core Python libraries because the language needs a de facto GUI library that can be used out of the box while being easy for beginners too. So it doesn't have the features that PyQt has, mainly because Thinker isn't a hardcore desktop GUI framework load with lots of features, which PyQt is. It means this is the reason why the PyQt is better GIU in Python. This tutorial is designed for the software programs who have keen on learning to how develop graphical applications using PyQt. So now coming to prerequisites, you should have a basic understanding of computer programming uh, terminologies, as a basic understanding of Python and any any of the programming language is a plus. Oh, it means you will understand Python. You will understand Pyqt when you are not that when you learn the basics of Python. If you isn't learn Python, or else whatever may be the language, whatever the language like C, C++, Java, whatever the language you have learned, you can easily learn the PyQt also. Before I'm requesting, before learning this PyQt, you need to learn about Python basics, compulsory. PyQt useful resources. The following resources contain additional information on PyQt. This is use them to get more in-depth knowledge on this. So these are the books I gave five. These five books will be useful on PyQt. Uh, you'll get the more information in this. This is the basic one I gave. So thank you very much, and I hope all enjoyed my video. Thank you.